Hello there. Welcome to the Slice of Time Street Photography podcast, where I speak with other street photographers to learn more about their vision, ideas, routines, editing, and photography. In today's episode, I'm joined by Thilo Jaehnig. We will talk about his strong contrast and fine art black and white photos of Hamburg and many other German cities, how patient he is with his scenes and his interactions with the people in the street. So, hey, welcome to the podcast. You're the first guest, actually, Thilo. So maybe it's interesting to just like shortly introduce yourself, who you are, what kind of photography you're into. Obviously, it's street photography, but
Yes, of course. Great honor to be here, the first guest.
yeah.
I'm Thilo from Germany. Hamburg is my base town. I do minimal street photography in a fine art way, I would call it. So yeah, I like black and white, as my account is only black and white, and I love the simplicity, the play with light and shadows, great contrast. That's my
Yeah,
type of photography.
it's great. That's cool. Like for me, it's a first question that comes up already is like, and it's maybe a really tough one because I'm asking you because it's not about you, but it's about you mentioned you make fine art photos, which I agree with. But what makes fine art for you? Is there like a certain quality, or is it more like you see a photo and it's like this is fine art, but it's hard um,
I
to
think
pinpoint?
the definition is hard.
Yeah.
But I think for me, fine art has to do something with the way of the picture, how you look at it, and it has to be in a way clean for me,
Mm-hmm.
clean picture, like you would hang in a office or on your gallery. I
Yeah.
think it
Okay.
has to do something with quality for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a snapshot like you walk around and take just random pictures of people with a lot of clutter in it. I think it's the quality of the photo and the quality of the overall art, I think. So in
Yeah.
my
Okay.
I want to be very minimalistic,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to have a straightforward look. Like all my pictures look the same way from the post production. I would tell it. So it's
Yeah.
always you look at one picture and you can tell if you see another one. Okay, that matches, right?
Yeah. Correct. Yeah. Okay. Correct. Yeah. Cool. Uh, and also, yeah, you also mentioned like you like the clean photos. For me, that was something that I really noticed in your photos. That's why I also contacted you because I'm looking for like photographers in different styles. Like it's not always the same. And for you, it was really there was a really strong style. You also mentioned on your website like simplicity is the highest level of perfection, which is a quote by Leonardo da Vinci. And like as you said, like you like clean photos, which is definitely your work. So I'm curious, like how much of it is like done in camera? Do you like remove stuff in Photoshop afterwards, or do you like because you have strong contrasts? I can assume you might use like masking for exposure, or
Oh, I have to say, if I should tell it in percent, 80 to 90% are done in camera.
okay,
So,
cool, yeah,
I use I'm a Fuji fanboy, and I use
okay,
the Fuji X series. I had a X-T5 and I love the X100 series, and I switched them to black and white, and
so
when
you're
I can see in the viewfinder and on the display everything in black and white.
mhm.
And I have my not my own, but I have a film recipe in there with a little bit peaked up contrast, and so the image is more or less out of the camera. So
Okay, great.
I personally hate post-production. I'm a lazy
Okay.
person. I'm a lazy person, and I hate to sit in front of the computer and hours over hours removing stuff or masking and stuff like that. So I keep it the way that I used to shoot it, the way I want it. So
Okay,
I
cool.
don't shoot raw. I use JPEG.
That's amazing already. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
So it's all done in camera JPEG. I love the way Fuji can provide that. And yes, so that makes it easy for me. So I just download my pictures onto the cloud, and then I don't know if the professional photographers will hate me for that, but I just use my smartphone to edit the photos. So I
Okay. Yeah.
do a little bit of highlights and shadows, and a little bit of exposure correction, and a little bit corrections in the highlights and depth. And if there's something really annoying me, for example, let's say there's something like trash on the ground, and if it's really messing me up, then I remove it. But it's more or less out of the camera. So
okay, wow, that's amazing. So it's like, so I know you have these recipes in food, like Fuji especially, has like this presets. So you use those. You don't shoot raw at all.
I have the
you have them, but you don't use them.
I do both, but 99% I use the JPEG because for me it's easy and it's fine. It's the way I want it, and I've very little work afterwards. So I love photography and not post-processing.
That's already very cool. Yeah. Okay.
I'm not the one sitting in front of Photoshop the whole day. Yeah, because I love the way to take photos. I see a spot and I see the light and the shadow, and I say, okay, I want this way to have the light incoming, and if a person walks by, then there's a nice backlit silhouette, for example.
Yeah.
And I can imagine that, and then I'm more like, I'm not the hunter, I'm the fisher, So I have
I was going to ask.
I'm like a sniper, and I'm waiting for someone to pass by, and just waiting for the right moment, and then I take the shot.
Okay,
and
great.
99% of the work is done. So
that's amazing, because to me, like when I was looking at your work, for me, I had the idea, but maybe that's more telling about me than about you, but that your photos were, I'm not going to say highly edited, but that you've put in some work afterwards with like contrast and stuff, which you still kind of do, but for me it was like more of a bigger process, but apparently that's not at all the case. So that's
I'm very lazy. Maybe I should do some before and after comprehensive, like on Instagram, to show
like from out of camera and
camera and after post. Maybe that's something interesting, but I think I'm lazy, and I love taking photos, and I love to go out and walk around and take the time for me, and that's the highlight, and the rest is necessary and need to be done, but the camera can do all this stuff for me. I'm fine with that. So, and I don't care if someone said, oh, if you shoot JPEG, you are not the professional photographer, because I think the options are great, and the way you can use these JPEGs are impressive.
And that's definitely true. Yeah, but it's amazing to me. It's like, for me, those photos seemed like you proved them wrong, that you need to shoot raw. That's basically just what I want to say.
So I do cropping a little bit.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
course, and I can show you. I can show you just you can cut this out, but if you're interested, I could show you one picture like this one, right? It's out of the camera, right? So
okay, cool, yeah.
Not really a lot to be done, right? A little bit cropping and
No, true, yeah.
So this is the way I like it. Or this one here. If you have this one, just
this is very cool, yeah.
A little bit cropping, so you can do this here right in the camera, right? So I just think this way it would look better. So just in the camera, right? And a little bit the depth and the highlights, and it's done.
True, yeah. Bring the highlights down, I assume, so you have more detail. And like, do you do it all on mobile? So it's like, what do you use? Like just the gallery edits, or do you?
I don't know if we want to advertise some of the brands. I just use an app called Snapseed.
Okay, yeah, great app, yeah.
So it's very, very simple, and you can just use it on the go, right? Load an image and then tweak some things, and then it's fine, right?
True, yeah. For me, it's like I give workshop smartphone photography to like businesses, and it's like that's my go-to app because it's like it works on all smartphones. It's the perfect app. It's super easy,
simple, and you can do so much with it.
Yeah, I call it the Lightroom copy. It's like exactly like Lightroom, but just for free.
For free, yes, it's for free, and I copy my files onto my MacBook, and then they are in the cloud, and I can select them on the iPhone, and put them on the gallery there, and then I can if I have time, if I'm waiting for the bus or something like that, totally. I can turn my phone out of the pocket and edit the photo, save it, boom, that is it.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's cool.
Very simple.
And that's already mind-blowing to me. I didn't see that coming. I thought it was you would be heavily into editing, but it's cool that you're not, and it's so but also because you already said like you were a fisher, right, instead of a hunter. So is it like, how long do you wait for a moment?
It highly depends on the spot. I would say the longest time I've been waiting was like 3.5, 4 hours.
Wow, that long, really?
Yeah, but the spot was really, really great, and it was not that much traffic. There were not so many people walking around. Don't know why, but sometimes you have spots very busy, so you have to wait until only one person is there.
Yeah,
that can be hard, or the other way around, so nobody's there and you have to wait until one person comes into the picture. And I'm a big fan of one person in the picture.
It's something I noticed. Yes,
it's like I'm a little it forces me. My mind forces me. I don't like two people. Two people are one person is perfect to concentrate on.
True, yeah.
Two people are too much. You don't know which one maybe if it's a couple holding hands, then it's okay. But I prefer to have one person in the picture. And so I have to wait until the perfect person comes into the scene. Because one person is the goal, and one person looking great is the jackpot, right? So someone with a hat is great. Umbrellas are great, or women with a skirt, or
something to bring a bit of shape in the person.
You have something, an eye catcher. That's perfect.
True, because people are never really recognizable in your photos, I notice.
Yes.
Is it also with an intention, or is it more like for me, for example, I'm really shy, so I don't like to photograph people head on. So for me, in my photography, people are generally unrecognizable as well. But is it for you the same, or is it like because you just don't want to?
It has two reasons. It has two reasons. One reason is that I don't want the person in the foreground. I want the person with the scene as a whole situation. So I would have a person very, like in street portraits or stuff like that, where you have very strong looking characters. I don't want that. I want the person in the picture, so you have the scale, and you can imagine how would it be if I was walking there. And the other big reason is law.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Simple as it is law, because I don't want to get stress with lawyers or stuff like that. So if you can't recognize the people, you don't have to be afraid of that. So that's something, win-win.
Yeah.
I like it to have the person in the picture. Without the person, it would just be architecture, I think, and that would be for me boring. I like the human touch in the picture, so there has to be a person. And no, I'm not shy, and sometimes I just had, I think on the gallery there are 2 or 3 pictures where I've been waiting long for the picture and nobody was there, and then I'm not afraid to speak to people and say, "Oh, sorry, do you have just 5 minutes time for me? Could you just walk over
Oh,
there?"
okay. Yeah.
So if it's a spot, that is so great, but nobody's walking this place, then I sometimes grab some people and ask them if they would do me a favor, and then I if they have Instagram, I tag them. So if you find tags with people in the picture, then I just spoke to them. But it's I think 2 to 3% of my pictures, just because the spot is so great.
And you really wanted to photo. Okay, cool.
Sometimes I walk around and I see like these like bridges and stuff like that, and I look at them and I say, "Oh, that would be a great framing," right? And then I go up there and there's no sidewalk or stuff like that. It's just a street, so nobody can there. If they nobody would walk on the street there, right?
Yeah.
And then sometimes I say, "Oh, you look interesting, can you just do me a favor, walk this way?" And then I got the shot.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's cool. So, and like, but in general, like, do you have like an average that you say like you'd wait for someone before you ask, or
if nobody's there,
or just like if you see a spot, it's like I'll wait 10 minutes or 15 minutes, or how long?
I would say if I see a normal spot, I wait for the people, because you have to wait sometimes a little bit longer, but on the normal place, there are always people passing by. If it's a spot where it's not possible to walk there because it's a street with no sidewalk, or it's sometimes you have stairs that go up on a building, because there's an emergency door, right? So then nobody's walking there, then I would ask somebody, right? If I know, okay, there's the possibility that someone's coming down the stairs is 0, but I love the place and the shot is in my mind, then I try to ask someone. Yeah, and in 99%, it's the people say yes, okay, no problem.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you got your shot. But in the normal places, I just wait. Yeah, like sometimes half an hour, 1 hour, and if it's really really great or there's a really busy space, then I sometimes wait longer because I know the people are coming, but I need the one person only. So
Okay.
yeah, that's sometimes
So,
hard on no person.
so are you ever like in a spot for just like 5 minutes or like even a minute?
Yes, of course. Just yeah, it was just yesterday. Yesterday I was walking around the place I know. There's a tunnel
Mm-hmm.
under a big street, and I was on my way meeting a friend, and I just saw an old man walking down inside this tunnel, and I had my camera with me, and I took it out, waited, and took the shot. So on the
Yeah.
go, yeah, no waiting at
Yeah.
all.
No waiting at all.
Saw the situation, and I said, just take it.
Ah,
So
that's cool. Okay.
sometimes it's that easy.
Yeah.
Yes, sometimes it's just in front of you, and you just have to see and recognize the possibility. Yeah, sometimes it's really really nice and fast, and sometimes yeah you have to wait. But most of the time you have the picture in your head, and you are satisfied
Mhm.
even if if you were waiting for like an hour or two.
Oh, well, yeah. I could never wait longer than 5 minutes. I think I'm more of the hunter type.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, that's mind blowing. Like I thought like I have been in like a spot for like 10 or 15 minutes. I was already like proud of myself. Like, look at me taking it slow. But if I hear you, that's
Yeah.
peanuts.
Sometimes it's just yeah, it's a feeling like if I go now,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I might miss.
the perfect person will walk the space, and then I missed it. So yeah, this is like the FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
you sit there and say, okay, no, you have to wait until it's perfect. So and sometimes the one person comes and you say, that was not the shot.
Mm.
Have to wait even longer, and then yeah, sometimes you're lucky and someone with the head and an umbrella just passes by, and you say, ching, jackpot,
Perfect. Yeah.
this is the picture of the day. Yeah, and some I had it once. I was on a photo walk with a friend, and yeah, like every one of us, I think, if you're walking with somebody, then you can't wait that long, right? So
True. Yeah.
and I was on this location, and I said, we have to wait. Let's have a 10-minute break, and I want this photo. And yeah, we waited, and then we said, okay, nobody's coming, let's go. And we just turned around, and then the person came, and I was
Of course.
like, no way. But yeah, sometimes this is all you got, and then you just remember the spot and come back another day,
Yeah.
and then it's better. But yeah, if you are walking alone, you can you can relax. I think for me it's just like yeah, some guys say like meditation, but yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's some kind of hobby where we can just concentrate on that one thing,
Yeah.
so you
Sure.
don't have work or to-dos in your mind. You can just focus on the camera, on the scene,
Yeah.
and it's very relaxing. So that's no problem. Sometimes I've got something to drink with me, and then I wait there. and that's very good. And yeah, if someone asks to come with me, I love to go out with different people to take photos, but it's always more socializing, taking pictures. Like, yeah, if you normally would go home with 10 to 15 pictures on a normal day, you just take 5, but you had a great time, right? We have a good scene in Hamburg. There are a lot of street photographers around here, and we are close together. We have a WhatsApp group where we meet up.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
Once a month we have a location where we meet, just talk to each other. Yeah, and this is great. So you have a lot of active people around you. And I don't know if you saw it online, but this Saturday there's the big meet and street in Hamburg. It's a big festival in Hamburg. This year, last year it was in Nuremberg, so it's one time a year, and all the street photographers from Germany meet in one city. And yeah, there's a 1 day socializing, taking pictures.
Okay, that's cool.
Gallery, stuff like that. So yeah, in Germany it is very good, very well organized. It's nice.
Yeah, I'll have to remember that for next year, because like this podcast will only come out in like 2 or 3 weeks from now, I think. So it will be too late for anyone listening.
It will be done.
Yeah.
Keep it in mind. Next year, meet and street is a big thing in Germany, and we had people, I think, from other countries as well. So yeah, it's growing up more and more. I think in Nuremberg we had over 200 people there.
Okay, wow, yeah.
They count 300 plus. Yeah, I think it's very cool. So you have all these influences, and you can talk to the people you just know from Instagram, right? So that's
true, exactly. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, in Brussels we have like a festival as well once a year. It's like 2 or 3 days, but it's a lot smaller than I think, because it's like I've been to a few talks like last year, because this year I couldn't go, but it's like 10, 20 people in one talk, so it's like very small.
But it started small in Germany too, right?
It can grow, sure.
The first one, I think it was in Frankfurt, and there were only a few people, and it's getting bigger and bigger from year to year. It's really impressive, because street photography is easy to start, right?
True, yeah.
That's something, you can see on Instagram and stuff like that. So many people start taking street photos. I think the hard part is to stay. I think
true, yeah.
A lot of people start and they think, oh, it's so easy. I just have to grab my camera or my smartphone, go out and take pictures. And they do, but on a certain point, you have to decide whether you stay or you go, right? If you can take it to the next level.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
More than say, okay, I'm out, right? And the rate of people quitting, I think, is high.
Yeah, that's true. It's funny because like yesterday, I think I saw a video about from Roman Fox. He's like a YouTube street photographer in London. He made like a video about why street photography is the best way to get into photography. Like any type, it's just like go out, use the streets with your camera. But so about going out and doing street photography, because you mentioned like you do like walks where you wait 4 hours even for a photo, but also that you were going to meet up with a friend and you just saw a shot and you make photos. Like how planned out or how like scheduled are your street photography moments? Is it like
it depends. I have my camera. I think most of the time I have a camera with me to have it. I have a small bag and a Fuji X-100 in there, a small pocketable camera.
Is it like with a fixed lens or what kind of?
Yeah, fixed lens, 35mm equivalent. And yeah, I love the X-100 series, and the camera is great. Put it in the bag, have it with me all the time. So if I'm out and I see a certain spot or situation, I can grab my camera and let go. Just take the picture. So this is the unplanned. If you're on the go, and but there are planned trips, I would call it. I just search on the internet for places, because I need the architecture, the strong architecture, or the environment in my type of photography. Other street photographers can take their pictures everywhere, because they have another approach, like the Bruce Gilden style face, people, everything cluttered up and live everywhere. So, but that's not my style. So I need the environment, and then I started to research. In Hamburg, we have a lot of places where you can go. That's great.
Hamburg is an amazing city, but
it's great. But if I plan to visit another city like Berlin, Munich, Hanover, Lübeck, whatsoever, then I just search the web for buildings, modern buildings, for subway stations, for stuff like that, where my photography takes place, and then I just make a little list what to visit, and I have some spots to look up, but I have, if I have enough time, I just walk around the city and without any plan. I have my 2 to 3 spots I want to visit,
and then you just wander.
Just go. And sometimes the best spots are not planned. I would say.
And is it like, do you research those spots like via Google Maps or Instagram, or how do you find these?
I would say I don't have 1 or 2 channels to get the information. I use Google Maps or Google Street View, for example. To see how the buildings look. Sometimes I just use Google and look for special buildings. Sometimes you just have an idea of what you want, bridges or subway stations, and then you look for it, or you have like special buildings you know from a certain situation. Somebody told you, oh, this building is great, you have to visit that, or you see something on Instagram. Sometimes I just write to other photographers and ask them, this is looking amazing, where is this location, stuff like that. Or you have the possibility, you can just use Instagram, and you can
like the location.
You can enter the location, and then there are different pictures taken around this area, and then you can look it up, and if there's something you like, you can go there. So yeah, different ways to find special locations. But yeah, there are like in Berlin, there are some places they've been shot a million times, and everybody knows it. But yeah, sometimes that's the only possibility to.
Because I remember a photo, I think, of you in Berlin, but I can't find. It's like I forgot the name. It's like a modern building, and it's a very popular place. Oh, here it is. Yeah, yeah, you have tagged it as Berlin, the place to be, but I'm not sure. It's like it's like a big square building with circles.
Yes. And it's in the area around the main station. This is where the government sits. Yes, it's a famous one. I think every photographer who ever went to Berlin has taken a shot of this window, this round window. But
so for you, it's like it's no issue like that you have like famous places that like photos that have been done before, but you also like for you it's like you like both.
Yeah, I have no problem taking a shot on a tourist spot or on a place that is not that famous. So I just look for interesting light and shapes and shapes, and yeah, if I like the place, then I take the shot. And I think you can look for this place and you can find millions of pictures, but there are some pictures that differ from the perspective or from the light or stuff like that. And if I'm there, for example, at this place, I take the tourist pictures, but I always try to take some pictures beyond that. So I have one picture on this place. There's a tree and a person and stairs, and that's around the corner, right? So this is 100 meters away from this big circle window.
Okay, yeah, cool.
And yeah, you just have to look for places and situations, right? So yeah, if I'm around those places, I don't take only one picture. I try to find more than this one perspective or this one spot. So I circle around and look for interesting things like this wall, this big wall, empty and very sad wall, and this one little tree, and the contrast was
cool. Yeah,
cool.
So like how many, like let's say if you go out for like a photo walk, you plan it out more or less, like you find your way around, but you have some spots. Like how many photos are you taking a day? Is it like, because it's kind of sounds like you take 10, like you really like make the shot and it's the shot, but I can assume it's like
I would say it depends on the time, but if I'm out for like 2 to 3 hours on the evening, and I have some spots, I would say overall there are like 30 to 50 pictures, because you want to be safe, right? So if you're waiting and someone, you take the shot and you take 3 to 4 shots when someone
that person
passes by. So, and then you have 4 to 5, and then you wait, and then there's another one coming, and it's better. You take the 5 shots again, and you change the spot, and so I think I would say around 50 to sometimes 100 shots, and then you have to select afterwards. Yeah,
of course, yeah. But then, yeah, you keep like 3 or 4 of those photos you really find
right.
good. Yeah, okay, cool. Good to know.
That's this part to decide what are the keepers, and yeah, you have to shoot a lot to have the output of 2, 3, 4 pictures. Sometimes you have only one good shot.
Yeah,
sometimes
that happens.
Have
Nothing.
3 to 4. It depends on the luck and on the spots, but yeah, that's the overall count, I would say. And yeah, if you have 20 good shots, then there are maybe 3 to 4 which are really, really good in your eyes. Yeah, that's the count.
That's true. Yeah, it's good to know. And do you have like you've noticed you have the what was it, the Fuji X-series with fixed lens? Do you have like a pre-leaving routine, like at home you research stuff more or less, kind of, but like your lens and your camera is always the same, your settings are more or less always the same, I assume, so you just go?
Yeah, I just grab some batteries, but
very important. Yeah,
they are in my bag all the time. Yeah, and I have a converter, so you can turn the 35 into a 28 mil equivalent.
Okay, yeah.
So if you want it a little bit wider, if I'm on the planned route, on a planned trip, I take the converter with me, and just to have it. But no, I just need to grab my bag and
go,
maybe glasses and head on.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, cool.
That's the routine. So like I said, I keep it really, really simple, minimalistic, and everything. So my bag is just the camera, some batteries, a lens pen, and maybe the converter and a cloth to clean, and that's it, right? So it's a very small,
very compact. Yeah. Okay, cool. And do you like listen to music, or do you just?
I tried to listen to music once, but it's not for me. I have to hear the noise, the situation. I like to be part of the spot, and if I take my ears and I hear music, I think I lose the connection to the surrounding, right? So on the way to the spot in the subway, okay, music, but if I take the camera out, I need to focus and connect with
so you like consciously put the earplugs away to listen to the surroundings.
I want to be part. I want to hear, feel, see all the situation. Connect to the spot, and that's my way. I can't listen to music, and it distracts me from the
of course situation. For me, I always listen to music, but it's like I don't really hear it anymore, but it's just like I don't know, but it's one of the things that I experiment with, because it's like what there is no right choice, of course, but what works the best, and it's hard to qualify, of course.
I think the people are split, right? 50% they listen to music, and
maybe.
But one question to you: what genre, what kind of music do you listen to? If you take
it's
house
fair.
Music or heavy metal.
It's like I just put shuffle on my Spotify, but it's mostly like house and disco. But there can be like rock, some metal, some techno. It's mostly house. But it's also like for some locations really have like a soundtrack. Like I'm thinking for a good example, I've been to Hamburg in November, but I'm thinking I didn't listen to any music there, I think. But there's like, for me, for example, Hamburg is like the city of digitalism. It's like a German techno group. Can you call it techno? It's more house. I'm not sure. But it's like, for me, it's interesting to listen to the music inside of the city where it's made as well. So in a way that can be interesting, but at the same time, it's the city is more than just a group, of course. So it's a hard one.
I think it's interesting to me what kind of music people listen to, because for me heavy metal is more to listen to if I'm doing sports, if I want to do some workout. So I can't imagine this type of music when I want to calm down, connect with the surrounding and take pictures. So there I would listen to house or something chilled,
more repetitive as well.
But it doesn't work. I need my ears.
Of course, but that's interesting already, because everyone is different in that way, I think. So also, you're very active or fairly active on Instagram. Is it like because you like to show off? Is I show off? It sounds arrogant, but it's like because you like to show your work. Is more like because you also sell prints, I think. No,
not yet.
Okay, not yet. Okay, so what's your?
It's really just to show some work. That's the main reason, I think. Another big reason is to get in touch, to connect. I would say I'm very interested in getting to know other people. I have a lot of street photographers from around the world. I write with them, and I just like to connect, socialize. This is so these are the main reasons. Yes, it's nice, and I think everyone likes to get feedback on the pictures, on his work, and that's another point, the feedback, and
that's cool.
To show the world your art.
That's definitely true.
I think it's the easiest way to spread your arts to people, right? So you could go into a gallery and ask if they hang your prints, but you have to be a big artist to get this chance. And we're connected, and the people who visit galleries are limited. So Instagram is one of the most used, and I think the easiest ways to spread the art.
As photographers,
to get some traction on your work.
I've been looking into Flickr recently, but I feel like it's kind of like, I thought it was like, at first I subscribed to it and I was like, okay, this is a lot more alive than I thought it was. But now I'm getting back on it, because it's really not that. There's not much going on there.
I had a Flickr account, I think, but it was like 10 years ago. So it had its time.
True.
But I think the hype is gone.
It's kind of done. It can still be a good tool to research sometimes. But it's mostly like
Yes. I think then these other possibilities came, like Facebook, Instagram, stuff like that, 500px or stuff like that.
True, I'm not using that anymore as well, but I do get emails from them.
There are so many so many possibilities. There are
Yeah.
so many apps, and I think like with threads and stuff like that, there are always coming new. But I think Instagram has its base. It's
Yeah.
big. You have best outcome from Instagram. Even if you don't like Instagram because the algorithm is bad and meta is bad and stuff
Yeah.
like that, you can't live without Instagram as a photographer
Sadly, no. Yeah.
who wants to be seen. Yeah, you have to take that. This is the best advantage, I think.
Yeah.
I tried some different apps, and I am trying as I see there is another option, but they are too little at the moment, so you don't have the reach, or they are just very niche.
Yeah.
They have just photographers as audience, so I like to have normal people as an audience too. I like to get feedback from other photographers, but I like to spread my art to normal people, right? And so Instagram is more or less the best advantage, in quotation marks, the best to be seen, but you have to take all the disadvantages.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I was gonna say as well, like 500 pixels or whatever. It's like it's a good platform, but it's aimed photographer to photographer, and it's exactly not really all the time what you same with Flickr, same with you have like UPic and then other websites. But Instagram is just like me to anyone,
Everyone.
So that's I totally agree with that. Yeah.
But I try to like I said, with the quality, I try to post 1 to 2 times a week. So I'm not the one who's posting every day, and I don't post 10 reels a week or stuff like that. So I focus on photography. Sometimes I do stories, but yes, I don't have the outcome to post every day. So I keep the postings 1 to twice a week, but with a quality I think is okay, right? So
it's
I don't want to post, but not the quality I want. So there I have some quality management rules for myself.
Yeah, of course. There's no big plan behind your account, like marketing wise. It's just like the photos you like, you post, and
quality before quantity. Yeah,
exactly. Good idea. Again, maybe as a final topic we can discuss is do you have like a seasonality in your work? Like for example, for me, I noticed that Antwerp is kind of I struggle with Antwerp for photography, but it's really, for me, it changes a lot between summer and winter. Like the type of photography I do, or like the type of street photography or the subjects I focus on, because the light is completely different and all this. Is there like for you a difference in seasonality? Like, do you look at Hamburg differently in summer than in winter, or?
Yes, of course. Yes, definitely. I prefer summer because of the harsh light. I need,
it works well. Yeah,
I need the harsh light. I need sun. I need bright light and light and shadows and stuff like that. So most of the time, and because I like warm weather, I'm more outside in the summer times to take photos and stuff like that. But in winter, I try to keep up, just to take the camera with me and I focus in this month of the year. I focus on stuff like underground stations, something like that, indoor, or yeah, you can have bright light in the winter too, right? So yeah,
Sometimes, yeah.
I just it just depends on the sunshine, and if there's bad weather, I try to go to places where I don't need the weather conditions, right? So yeah, like the subway or tunnels or stuff like that, where you can always take your photos. So
Yeah,
that's
okay.
an option for me.
Yeah, but it's cool to know because it really, I noticed that it kind of works on me, but I'm not always seeing it with other photographers, but it's good to know. But yeah, now that you mention it, like you can see more indoors photos perhaps, and then more outdoor photos depending on the season.
Yeah.
So that's definitely true. And also, like I'll probably come back to Hamburg because I really love the city. It's a great city for street photography.
Yeah.
I did in November. I think it was a week before you guys had a flood, I think. So I missed it out. It was ice cold, but it was really nice. It was like it was snowing. I remember.
Weather condition in Hamburg can always, even in summertime, you can have the worst weather. So that's
we have it now here. Yeah.
So that's not a good thing. Just if it's just because it's summer, it doesn't mean you have best weather conditions. But yeah, Hamburg is always worth a visit. So we have so many places, even in bad weather conditions, you can visit and you can take good pictures here. If you are into this minimal fine art stuff, or if you are more into this street life documentary style of street photography, where we have some great opportunities here with all these different parts of the city. Yeah, and summer, you have more possibilities because the people are outdoors. The days are longer. You have more time to take photos, right? And another thing in the winter which annoys me is the big jackets, and people are so packed in with stuff, so you can't get good silhouettes.
Yeah, just with your silhouettes. Yeah, of course.
People are looking like a big ball of jacket.
Yeah.
So I prefer the summer as well, but yeah, I try to keep on in the winter.
Yeah, keep the habit going.
Yes, because I like the way of taking photos, and yeah, you have to switch the location sometimes, and then it's okay. It can be done, but you have to force yourself sometimes.
That's true.
In the dark evenings, it's sometimes hard to get off the couch, right?
Yeah, that's definitely true. Definitely true. Yeah, that's something because I used to live in the city center of Brussels when I started with street photography. So I was like 2 minutes and I was somewhere. And now I live a bit outside of Antwerp, and it's like I have to take it's 20 minutes by bike, so it's not that far. It's maybe even less. So it's not that far, but it's like a roadblock.
Yeah.
So I totally understand that. Do you go to different cities sometimes, or like you mentioned Munich and Berlin and stuff? But do you?
Yes, I try to as often as it's possible. I am once a month. I try to visit another city.
Specifically for photography, or just in general?
Yeah, for photography. Last time I've been to Lübeck with a friend, and Hanover. I'm more or less constantly. over the time. It's a great city for street photography as well. Not that big, but it's okay. Berlin, I try to visit Berlin more or less, 1, 2 or 3 times a year. I have a connection there. Some friends live in there. Yes, and if work is a possibility, if I have to do work travel to another
Yeah,
city, then I take my camera with me and
of course.
use this for my street photography as well. Yeah, but I try to look at different cities and different locations. I plan to visit Oslo
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
maybe this
it's
year,
on my wish list as
next
well.
year. Yes, and there's a lot on the list, I would say.
Yeah. What's
So,
like the top city on your wish list right now?
my top favorites, I think Lisbon is
Okay.
on my top list. London is on
Okay.
my top list, and Brussels is coming up on the list as well, because
Okay, cool.
I've seen a lot of cool locations there, modern buildings, and that's what
Yeah.
I'm looking for. So there are plenty of spots. I think these are the top 3. I
Okay,
would say.
cool. I think you might enjoy Rotterdam. It's
Yeah.
also
Oh,
a
yeah.
very modern city.
Yeah.
So might be interesting for you. So okay, I'm gonna round off the conversation here. I'll put your Instagram link in the description and everything, so people can find you and follow you, of course, because your work has to be seen. Okay, so I'm not sure if you have any stuff you want to mention at the end, or
I don't know what to say.
okay.
I would say, take your camera and spend time outside in the summer.
Just go. Yeah.
Just go and have fun.
Okay, great.
That's
Super.
what I do, and I don't regret it.
Yeah, same for me. That's why we're having this conversation, of course. So thank you, Thilo, for this wonderful conversation.
Yeah, thank you to having me.